What are some of the experiences that you cherished so far from your time here at HSC?
Do you want to
go ahead?
I genuinely enjoy the fact. Well, I don't know how others might feel about this, but for me, being in Fort Worth, seeing squirrels run around, acorns falling, beautiful leaves changing colors, that's an experience for me, and I genuinely cherish that. Back at home, we don't have fully blown 4 seasons, but sometimes you get to experience all 4 in one day.
Right?
Right, that's what I'm told. So
Yes.
I feel genuinely blessed to be here and experience this part of nature.
I love that. No, and it seems so simple, but how impactful, right?
Yes.
How impactful that can actually be to be like, no, I actually get to experience the leaves changing color, watching the animals go and eat the acorns, right? Yeah. I walk around campus to do like just kind of like a 15-minute health walk. Same thing. I will just stop and watch these squirrels. I'm like, look at y'all out here just doing what y'all are doing. Yeah.
I've been filming videos and sending
I
them
love
back
that.
home. I'm like, look at this cute little thing.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else have any really just unique, impactful experiences since you've been here at HSC that you want to share with everyone?
Well, I would say honestly would be how approachable all the faculty members are. That was not something that I experienced back home because it was more like there was always a divide. That's a teacher and you're a student. You can't just go there and talk about, say, what's bothering you. It was always a stigma present back home. But here it's great and also a little scary at times because I can approach them, but to what extent? I mean, it's great to talk to them about what you feel, and also sometimes, that you're finding it difficult adjusting to this new semester or the subject is a little terrifying. But I like the fact that they're so approachable. And we also have those office hours, so if you're not okay with talking in class, you can always go personally, they respect that. And that's something I found that's really good at HSC. Even the dean is approachable, which was something that I was like, great. Honestly, back at home, I was like, the principal is just, you see them pass by and that's about it. But here the dean stops by, if he's in the corridor, he talks to you for a minute, he says how our class is, he's so invested. And that is really something that I appreciate, that I felt something like that when I was at HSC.
I love that.
I think I'm going to remember that when I graduate.
I love that. No, and I think that speaks volumes too, to right, like just the student experience in general, right? But like the culture that we have here at HSC. And I think when I think about like just knowing that I could go and approach a dean and like I'm having a conversation with you, right? And there's not that power dynamic so much that just is reinforced in some spaces. So I appreciate you acknowledging that, having that experience, and so thankful that we are, living a culture that allows those types of communications to happen. Anybody else have any really unique experiences they want to share?
I'm just gonna say something because I feel I've been quiet for a while. I don't have so much experiences just because I started in June, I think, and it's just a year program. But just in that short time, I have come to realize like the sense of community that HSC does have, as far as like the people. And the fact that there's always food on campus.
That too.
Oh my God. Like, I'm like, oh, I have to find where the free food is at. And I always find free food. It's just, they're aware that students do have needs, and they take those needs into consideration. And so that is just amazing. And yeah, I love it here. You made a good choice.
Anybody else? No, thank you for saying that. And I think to your point, like having food on campus and then also having the resource of the food pantry, right? So again, and also like the mindfulness I hope that we are showing, and that you have different meals that you eat, right? And things like that, and making sure that those are things that we are considerate of, right? Especially from an international perspective. So thank you for sharing those things.
Can I add something?
Yeah, absolutely.
talk about food pantry and really from orientation, I feel so blessed to find that here. Not just being able to utilize the services, but to be a part of it.
Yes.
As a part of community service. It's so good. Even when I heard about laptops being available for students to check out, I've never seen that anywhere.
Yeah.
Things like wearable jackets that I am not good with formal dressing.
Mm-hmm.
It's culturally different.
Sure.
Because back at home, a formal dress is something else, and here it's something else. But the fact that there is that resource available for us to understand what an official would look like in this part of the world, and to access those clothes and the laptops and name it. I mean, anywhere that you're stuck as a student, the culture here embraces you, which is lovely to see.
Oh, I love to hear that. And especially from a career readiness standpoint, right? To have that closet available, right? Not just from an economic standpoint, but just from this, that looks different from where I'm from.
Exactly.
And so I appreciate just the recognition of that, and I'm thankful that that's a resource that is being utilized and is valued, like as always. And obviously with the food pantry, right? We have the holiday of Thanksgiving coming up next week. Today they're doing pack some bags, and so another opportunity talking about the community service. And then also if you need some food for the holiday, that's there for you. So I'm super excited about that and thankful that we're able to provide that and be a part of it.